Welcome back to BikeBeat. You've been asking for it. Rumors swirled for years. And now it's finally here. The return of a legend. The 2025 Kawasaki KX500. After 2 decades in hibernation, Kawasaki has brought back one of the most iconic two-strokes in motocross history, and it's not just a nostalgic remake. This is a fully re-engineered beast built from the ground up with 21st century tech and 20th century fury. From the very first glance, the new KX500 makes a statement. It's unmistakably Kawasaki bright lime green plastics, aggressive shrouds, and a stance that screams confidence. But look closer and you'll see how much has changed. The bodywork has been totally redesigned to be slimmer, sharper, and more ergonomic. The tank is narrower, the seat is flatter, and rider mobility is clearly a priority here. From scrubbing over a jump to attacking a technical section, it feels like Kawasaki really thought about rider connection. At the core of this machine is a completely reworked 499 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled two-stroke engine. That's right, this isn't a reissue of the old carb-fed power plant. Kawasaki has gone all in with a new EFI system, electronic power valve, and a redesigned cylinder and exhaust port layout that brings the motor firmly into the modern age. The EFI provides smoother delivery across the power band and even allows for wireless mapping via Kawasaki's Radiology app, which means you can tune the beast to your style right from your phone. Whether you're on a wide-open sand track or tight technical trail, the mapping can shift to meet your needs. It's the kind of tech we've come to expect from four-strokes, but seeing it here on a 500 cubic centimeters two-stroke is wild. But don't get it twisted, this thing still rips. When you crack the throttle, you get instant, violent torque that pins you back. But thanks to the electronic power valve, it's not just all or nothing. The delivery is more manageable than the old KX500s ever were. It's still got that arm-yanking mid-range punch, but the bottom end is more usable, and the top-end pull is extended, letting you hold a gear longer. Translation: it's fast. But it's also controllable. And that's what makes this version so unique. And with all that power, you need a chassis that can handle it. Kawasaki didn't cut corners. The 2025 KX500 gets a new aluminum perimeter frame derived from the current KX450, but it's beefed up to handle the added stress. The frame geometry offers precise front-end feel, and the rigidity balance gives it just enough flex to absorb big landings without sacrificing responsiveness. The handling feels planted, stable, and confidence-inspiring at high speeds. Suspension duties are handled by a pair of fully adjustable 49mm Showa forks up front and a Showa rear shock in the back. This isn't just off-the-shelf stuff. The suspension has been specifically valved for the power and weight of this bike, and initial impressions from test riders have been overwhelmingly positive. Whether you're sending a triple or pounding through a braking bump section, the suspension keeps you connected and in control. Riders are reporting a balanced feel with great feedback through the pegs and bars. Braking is another area where Kawasaki made sure the KX500 could keep up with its power. You get high-performance pedal-style disc brakes front and rear with a refined master cylinder feel. Braking is progressive but powerful, and the lever feel is crisp and predictable. The addition of updated rotors and caliper pistons gives it braking performance on par with modern factory bikes. The ergonomics, too, have seen a serious step forward. The controls are clean and simple, no unnecessary clutter. The bars are Renthal fat bars, stock. The seat is grippy but not restrictive. And the foot pegs? Wide, aggressive, and perfectly positioned. Everything about the rider triangle has been refined for both comfort and control. Whether you're standing in the attack position or sitting through a corner, the bike fits under you in a way the old KX500s never did. One of the biggest surprises, though, is the addition of a minimalist digital display. It's small, tucked in near the bars, and shows engine temp, RPM, and a few mapping indicators. It's not flashy, but it's functional. And for a two-stroke? It's a nice modern touch that doesn't get in your way. Add in the Radiology app, and now you're looking at a two-stroke that can be digitally customized in real time. That's something that would have sounded crazy 10 years ago. Now, what about weight? Kawasaki hasn't released an exact dry weight yet, but estimates put it in the 235 to 240 pound range. That's heavier than your typical 252-stroke, sure, but given the extra hardware and larger engine, it's remarkably lean. And the weight feels centralized and manageable. The mass sits low, and the bike never feels like it's fighting against you. It's not a featherweight, but it's no tank either. Then there's the sound. If you've never heard a modern 500 two-stroke scream through a corner, you're in for a treat. The updated expansion chamber and exhaust system not only improve performance, they give the KX500 an unmistakable, heart-pounding bark. It's raw, mechanical, and absolutely glorious. Put on a helmet, drop the clutch, and you'll be grinning like an idiot before the first corner. So, let's talk numbers. The 2025 Kawasaki KX500 will retail in the US at $11,999. That puts it right up against flagship 4-stroke 450s from other brands. But here's the thing, nobody else is offering a 500 cubic centimeters 2-stroke straight from the factory with this level of engineering. For serious racers, desert riders, or anyone chasing that unique 2-stroke experience, it's a small price to pay for a piece of modern MX history. Initial units will begin landing in Europe by June 2025, with US dealerships following shortly after in July. Kawasaki's made it clear, this isn't just a one-time release. They're investing in big-bore 2-stroke development going forward. This could be the start of something much bigger. If you're a newer rider just getting into the sport, the KX500 might be too much bike for now. It demands respect. It's loud, aggressive, and faster than most tracks can handle. But for experienced riders, especially those who've longed for a modern, track-ready big-bore 2-stroke, the KX500 delivers in every single category. Power, handling, feel. And let's be honest, it just looks absolutely badass. The 2025 KX500 isn't trying to fit into a category. It's here to remind us of what motocross used to feel like. That raw, unfiltered adrenaline. That surge of torque you don't just hear, you feel in your chest. And now, for the first time, you can get all that wrapped in modern reliability, electronics, and precision. This isn't just a comeback. This is a rebirth. And it might just be the best KX Kawasaki has ever built. Thanks for watching. If you're into raw 2-stroke content, deep bike reviews, and behind-the-scenes moto footage, hit that subscribe button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you ride the new KX500? Or does it scare you just a little? Either way, we'll see you in the next one.